If someone has told me when I was preaching to those chickens, if someone had told me when we were sitting in, getting arrested, going to jail for the time, been beaten and left for dead at the Greyhound bus station in Montgomery in May of 1961. If someone had told me when I led that original march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge, the Alabama River, on Bloody Sunday in Selma, Alabama, that one day I would be standing here as a member of the House of Representatives, elected by the good people of Georgia. I would say, you're crazy, you're out of your mind, you don't know what you're talking about. In 1956, at the age of 16, so inspired by Martin Luther King Jr., so touched by Rosa Parks, so touched by what I call the spirit of history, my brothers and sisters and first cousins, we went down to the public library in the little town of Troy, Alabama, trying to get library cards, trying to check out some books. And we were told by the librarian that the library was for whites only and not for colors. I never went back to that library until July 5th, 1998, for a book signing of my book, Walking with the Wind. And hundreds of blacks and white citizens showed up. We had food. We had something to drink. It was like a big family reunion. Signed a lot of books. And in the end, they gave me a library card. It says something about the distance we've come and the progress we've made in America in laying down the burden of race. I said to you, our country is a different country. Our country is a better country because a whole generation got in the way. The signs that I saw, they're gone, and they will not return. I want to close by telling a little story from my childhood. When I was growing up outside of Troy, Alabama, 50 miles from Montgomery, I had an aunt by the name of Seneva. And my Aunt Seneva lived in what we call a shotgun house. I know here on this lake, here in Geneva, you've never seen a shotgun house. In Rochester, in New York City, in Syracuse, in Buffalo, you don't know what I'm talking about. My Aunt Seneva lived in a shotgun house. She didn't have a green manicured lawn. Had a simple, plain dirt yard. And sometime at night, you can look up through the holes in the ceiling, through the tin roof, and count the stars. When it would rain, she would get a pail, a bucket, or a tub, and catch the rainwater. From time to time, she would walk out into the woods and take branches from a dogwood tree and tie these branches together and make a broom, and she called that broom the breast broom. And she would sweep the dirt yard very clean, sometimes 2 and 3 times a week, especially on a Friday or Saturday, because she wanted that dirt yard to look very good during the weekend. For those of you who may not know what a shotgun house is, in the nonviolent sense, an old house, one way in, one way out, maybe a tin roof, where you can bounce a basketball through the front door and it will go straight out the back door. My Aunt Seneva lived in a shotgun house. But one Saturday afternoon, a group of my brothers and sisters and a few of my first cousins, about 12 or 15 of us young children, were playing in my Aunt Seneva dirt yard. And an unbelievable storm came up. The wind started blowing, the thunder started rolling, and the lightning started flashing, and the rain started beating on the tin roof of this old shotgun house. My aunt became terrified. She started crying. She thought this old house was going to blow away. She got all of us little children together, and we all started crying. We were terrified. We thought the house was going to blow away. And when one corner of this old house appeared to be lifting from its foundation, my aunt had us to walk to that corner to try to hold the house down with our little bodies. When the other corner appeared to be lifted, my aunt had us to walk to that side to try to hold the house down with our little bodies. We were little children walking with the wind, but we never, ever left the house. Call it the house of Hobart, William Smith colleges. Call it the house of Geneva. Call it the house of New York. Call it the house of Georgia. Call it the house of California. We all live in the same house. As new students, you must do your part to help hold the house together. Not just the American house, but the world house. This little piece of real estate, this little planet that we call Earth. Call it the house of Africa, the house of Europe, the house of Asia, the house of Central and South America. We all live in the same house. And I said to those of us who live in America, maybe our foremothers and our forefathers all came to this great land in different ships, but we're all in the same boat now. So walk with the wind, and let the spirit of Hobart and William Smith College be your guide.